The US has taken a decision to withdraw from Afghanistan fully by September 11, 2021. Taliban, the insurgent group, is taking control of Afghanistan. But one thing is not clear here. American President Mr. Joe Biden has said the US has trained more than 300,000 Afghan soldiers. But why is the legitimate Afghan government collapsing like a pack of cards in spite of superior weaponry and training? What makes the Taliban takeover of Afghanistan so easy? Is it ethnicity or money? Let's find out. Afghanistan is predominantly composed of two main ethnic groups: the Pashtuns, who constitute 48% of the population, and the Tajiks, who constitute 27% of the population. Before the US invasion of Afghanistan in 2001, the Taliban was predominantly Pashtun tribesmen, and the Northern Alliance was predominantly the Tajiks and the Uzbeks. There are about 43 million Pashtuns in Pakistan. That makes Pakistan a natural partner for the Taliban. The Taliban was largely founded by Pakistan's Inter-Service Intelligence, or ISI, in 1994. The ISI used the Taliban to establish a regime in Afghanistan which would be favorable to Pakistan, as they were trying to gain strategic depth. Since the creation of the Taliban, the ISI and the Pakistani military have given financial, logistical, and military support to the Taliban. Between 1994 and 1999, an estimated 80,000 to 100,000 Pakistanis trained and fought in Afghanistan on the side of the Taliban. Pakistan President Pervez Musharraf, then as the Chief of the Army Staff, was responsible for sending thousands of Pakistanis to fight alongside Taliban and Bin Laden against the forces of Ahmad Shah Massoud, the charismatic leader of the Northern Alliance. 20 to 30% of Taliban soldiers are Pakistanis, according to the US State Department report and reports by Human Rights Watch. The other Pakistani nationals fighting in Afghanistan were regular Pakistani soldiers, especially from the frontier corps, providing direct combat support. On the 1st August 1997, the Taliban launched an attack on Sherbaghan, the main military base of Abdul Rashid Dostum. In this raid, around 1,500 Pakistani commandos took part and the Pakistani Air Force gave air support. Pakistan not only wanted to use Afghanistan to gain strategic depth, but also to train terrorists who will be used against India in Kashmir. But as the American President Mr. Joe Biden said, they did not go to Afghanistan for nation building. The US has achieved the objective of killing Osama bin Laden and dismantling his terror infrastructure there. At one point during the Obama administration in 2009, the US sent the maximum number of troops to wipe out Taliban. But soon they found out that they were in the same position as the former Soviet Union. It was impossible to wipe out the Taliban militants completely. After the US military overthrew the Taliban in 2001, the Taliban then drew up a clever strategy to survive. They used the same tactic the Maoist insurgents use in India. The Taliban ensured that Afghanistan's infrastructure is not built, especially the road infrastructure. For example, the US sanctioned a staggering $1.5 billion to build a national outer ring road. This road would connect all major cities in the country, thereby encouraging trade and commerce. It would also make NATO move troops and weapons faster. The Taliban relentlessly attacked the construction of this road using guerrilla tactics. Hundreds of road workers, contractors, and US soldiers were killed in the process. Moreover, the project was suffering from rampant corruption in the Afghan government. The Taliban eventually succeeded. Even after 20 years of US presence in the region, the road construction was not completed. The Taliban wanted Afghanistan to be as backward as possible so that they could dominate. All the previous Afghan governments, including the present one set up by the NATO, are deeply corrupt. This is the main reason for the Taliban support. During 1996, when the Taliban came to power, they were widely supported as they ended corruption and inspired aspiration in their countrymen. But they took the goodness to another level. The Taliban followed a strict interpretation of Islam called Deobandi. This ideology has been described as combining an innovative form of Sharia Islamic law based on Deobandi fundamentalism and militant Islamism combined. In short, this new form of Islam was very violent and so strict that even keeping pets was banned and women were not allowed to go to school. Another aspect of Taliban's success lies in their finances. One might assume that Taliban is run on Pakistan's money, but this is wrong. Taliban is not just a terror group, they run a business empire. According to the US report 2019-20, the Taliban has a budget of around 1.5 billion US dollars. Taliban's main source of revenue is the drugs trade. According to an UN report, the Taliban made $416 million profit in the drugs business in 2019-2020 financial year. Another big source of money for the Taliban is mining. In 2019-2020, the Taliban made $400 to $416 million profit in this business. Taliban is involved in mining of iron ore, marble, copper, gold, zinc, and more. Even the Afghan government has accepted that the Taliban control the mineral resources. 75% of the mining sites are controlled by the Taliban. Like all other insurgent groups, the Taliban earns a substantial amount of money from extortion. They make around $116 million a year through extortion. The extortion racket is spread across several sectors like mining, media, telecommunications, even developmental projects funded by international agencies. So like everyone likes to know, how much money does Taliban get through donations? That's around 240 million US dollars. These donations come from abroad, from generous donors in Saudi Arabia, Pakistan and Iran. To conclude, the Taliban is a multi-headed monster which is fast consuming Afghanistan. They would most probably be controlled and manipulated by Pakistan's ISI, and if they choose to harbor terrorists, then they may face the same fate as last time. Thanks for watching.